based on a true story.
Ramsah, a 22-year-old Iranian woman, she was happy with her mother, father, and brother. Her ambition was to become a teacher and educate uneducated girls and women. She was also an active user of social media. In her neighborhood, she was known as a sweet and cheerful young lady. Her family decided to visit a cousin in another city one day. Ramsah was thrilled since a wedding was about to take place and she had been invited to stay for a few days to assist her cousin marry. She was getting ready for a week, what she would do, what she would wear on the momentous day, and so on. She also brought numerous homemade specialties. It had been a long journey. They arrived in Tehran after 4 hours on the bus. It was her first time in Tehran. She was excited. Tehran was a country of farishta for her. There were historic mosques on the high mountains. She wanted to see the Golden Palace, the historic heritage site, the National Jewelry Treasury, and Saadabad's Royal Palace, but her major goal was the Tehran market, where her siblings planned to do marriage shopping together. Ramsah was happy to think about all of this. 2 police officers suddenly approached Ramsah and arrested her. She couldn't figure out why. They accused her of not properly wearing the hijab. Her face and shoulders were exposed. Ramsah stated that she had just recently arrived in the city and that no one had told her anything during her whole journey. But the cops listened to nothing and dragged her into the police vehicle. When her mother and brother saw this, they attempted to stop the cops. However, authorities informed them that because she had broken the hijab rule by not properly wearing it in public, she would be sent to the police station for 1 hour to get proper hijab instruction. Stating that they had left the spot inside the police van, the officers were not treating her properly, and one of them physically assaulted her. Ramsah had a good education and was aware of her own rights. She began to oppose to it. However, upon hearing her voice, the officer becomes even more angry. In his opinion, a woman should always keep mute in the presence of a man. He struck her in the head once again with his boot shoes. It was terribly painful for her, yet she persisted. Then she was transferred to the police station, where she was tortured once more in the name of education. Meanwhile, her brother arrived at the police station and began searching for her sister. He was not permitted to meet her, and then he heard Ramsah's terrible yelling. She was brought to the hospital after spending 2 hours in the police station due to a head injury. Her family was horrified to find her in this condition. After 2 days, however, they received another piece of devastating news when authorities reported Ramsah's death. She died just like that. A girl full of hope, dreams, and possibilities was murdered for the sake of someone else's belief and ego. However, when people think that God made humanity to cherish and experience this lovely planet, impoverished humans are racing against time to destroy their own God's creations. Type RIP for Ramsah and subscribe the channel for more based on real life stories.